Now, Australia sent over 130,000 horses overseas in the First World War.
That's not by me.
Only one of those horses came home, and his name was Sandy. Sandy went home to Melbourne. The rest of those horses, well, they were left overseas. We wanted to take a moment here tonight to tip our hats to those military families and their horses who've fought for this country, and their horses that were left there. These horses, willing servants, but never slaves. So quite often, when these soldiers were returning from war, well, they were awarded soldiers' settlement blocks, and they became very, very handy stockmen. And these stockmen, with their stock horses and handy dogs, would often go out and try to catch feral animals. Feral animals like goats. And Australia is actually the biggest exporter of wild goat meat in the world to this day. So, we might have some goats, a stockman and a handy dog to put this to the test. There's a collie dog, ladies and gentlemen, that is coming out here now. His name is Finn. Now Finn is bred, raised and trained to want to work these goats. He's very handy, he's very valuable to a Queensland stockman. We pay him no superannuation, he's never had a rostered day off. He's never asked for one actually. He doesn't bark during the cricket, he's a very, very handy dog. So we're going to see if Finn can work these goats onto the top of Goat Mountain, ladies and gentlemen, to give you a good example of how valuable they are out there in the bush. So, this is looking good, Finn. Got to show some patience here, Queensland. These goats are crossbred goats. Hello. We've got one left behind. He's handy on his feet. Finn's got to go to work now. Oh, steady, steady, Finn. We've got one left, Queensland. Have we got time to get him up? Hello. Bit of a mix-up. Don't panic. Here we go. Queensland, bang your hands together. That little collie dog, and of course the stockman is Kendall Nielsen. Way to go, Kendall. Now the camels, Queensland, cast your eyes over Machinery Hill. These camels and the people that drove them were called cameleers, and it was the camels that really opened up Queensland. You see, camels can work for up to 10 days with no water. Now that's a lot more than a horse. A horse in the bush or the desert can only go for 3. So these camels were very, very good at opening up Queensland. And they were often used where horses couldn't go. They were better with rugged country. Now these camels that you're seeing here tonight, expertly organised there by Rodney Sampson. These camels have got names. We've got Tracker, Tricky, Uncle Bob, Burp, Wills and Thirsty over the back. Good to see you, Thirsty. Thirsty is actually my favourite. Now, as we step into the industrial growth here in Queensland in the late 19th century, it was the advent of pedal power. As you can see, these trikes and these penny farthings are out here tonight, getting it done and looking pretty fancy out here tonight, actually. One tip from me to you, very, very handy to ride a penny farthing up the beach. Now, speaking of industrial growth, ladies and gentlemen, this here is an old school prime mover. You can forget your Kenworths, your Macs, and your Western Stars, friends.